Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Are you ready for the hello song? You are? Okie dokies, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello Michelle. Hello Bertie, he is there. Hello everyone, it's nice to see you here. Before we do some singing, shall we play a game? There you go, I told you Bertie was there. Shall we play a game? It's called Kim's Game. And in Kim's Game, you need to remember things and use your memory. Your memory is somewhere in your head. You've got to think where it is and see if you can remember the things. I'm going to show them all to you first, and then we'll play the game. So my first thing you need to remember is an orange. And this. We had this in one of the stories. Yes, that's that, Bertie. Bertie wants to have a sniff. He doesn't mind that. It's an egg cup. And, oh, do you know what that is? What's that called? It's very shiny. Fresh out the dishwasher. It's a spoon. And one of these, all grown-ups like to use these. They do that, and then they think they're really important. Go, oh, do some writing, because writing's so exciting. What do you think of that one, Bertie? Yeah, he doesn't mind that one either. I'll put the pen back in, otherwise it might draw on something. Oh, this. Do you know what this is? It's a colour, but it's a ribbon. And I took it out of one of our Easter eggs. And I thought that'll be useful. I'll take it to preschool. And maybe we could do some gluing and sticking with it. But I thought we could play it in our game first. So a purple ribbon. And my last thing is something I've had for a very long time. Very, very long time. Probably something like, oh, I don't know, 13 years or something like that. And one of its eyes have fallen off, but it's still beautiful. My daughter made me this when she was at school. What do you think of that? It's yes, a ladybird. I've got a ladybird as well. So I'm going to get the game ready and then I'll explain it to you. So I'll be back in a minute. Hi, I've put all our special things in this tea towel. Have a look down there. Can you see we've got the orange and the egg cup and the pen and the spoon and the very long purple ribbon and my daughter's ladybird. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover all of these up with this tea towel, and you've got to see if you can work out which thing I'm going to take away when I uncover it again. Are you ready to play? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Are you ready to play? You are. Okay. Have a look. Look closely. Oh, can you see everything? I'm going to cover it up. Can you see anything now? Is it gone? And then I'm going to take something away and see if you can work out what the something is. Oh, I've dropped it. Well, this is trickier than it looks. What has gone missing? Have a look. What's missing? Is the orange still there? Yes, I think it is. Is the orange still there, Bertie? Is the ladybird still there? What's gone missing? Did you get it right? Do you know what it is? Yes, it's the purple ribbon. Let's pop it back on. Shall we do it again? Yeah, okay, I'm going to cover it up. Have another look. Remember what all the things are. I'm going to take something away. Oh, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. What's gone missing this time? Have a look. Can you work it out? Are you calling out to me and telling me? Did I hear somebody say it's the orange? Bertie, is it the orange? Is it the orange? Yay! Clever! It's the orange. Good job. Let's do it one more time. Are you ready again? Going to cover it up. Something's going to disappear. What could it be? What could it be? Are you ready? What's gone? Is it the purple ribbon? Is it the spoon? It's the ladybird! Do you think it's the ladybird, Bertie? It's the one-eyed ladybird! Yay! Good job! I'm going to make it really hard because you're so good at this. I'm going to take 2 things. You've got to remember 2 things. Okay, let's go. Means I need 2 hands for this job. 2 things are going to go. Are you ready? What is it? 2 things. Bertie, do you know what the 2 things are? One's long and shiny and one holds something when you have your breakfast or your tea. What could it be? It's the... Yes, egg cup and the spoon. Good job. Did you like Kim's game? It's good. Maybe we'll play that again another day. Let's do some singing. Well, me and Bertie, we liked Kim's game, didn't we? We thought it was good fun, didn't we, Bertie? No idea why it's called that. Maybe you know. Maybe you could go and find some things in your house and you could hide them and you could play a game with your family. See if they could work out the things that disappeared. Be great fun, wouldn't it? But first, I wonder if you can work out what song we're going to sing. It's got some shells in it. It's got some silver bells in it. Oh, shells and bells. Oh, I keep rhyming recently, don't I? Shells and bells. So it's got shells and bells. And it's got a garden in it. Can you think what it might be, Bertie? Can you work out what it is? Oh, yes, you're right. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? But I don't have a Mary. Let's see if I can find a Mary. Got a tiny, tiny, tiny Mary. There you are, Bertie. Don't nibble her. Isn't she small? There's Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row, 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 and pretty maids all in a row. I just thought, my hair looks a bit like Bertie's ears, doesn't it? Look at that, we've got the same hairstyle. Well done, Mary. Can you see she's watering her garden? She's watering her garden, isn't she, Bertie? Look at that, keeping it all nice and watered. Shall we sing it again? Let's put her back. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row, 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 and pretty maids all in a row. Well done, Mary. Can you take your garden all the way down there? Because I've got another song. And this one, quite exciting because it's got a rocket in it. Look at that. I didn't make this rocket. I keep finding things in my house. I found this in a I found it in a box, Bertie. He's very excited. I think he wants to play with a ball. I found it in a box and I thought, that's a great thing for one of my songs. Here comes the, what colour's this? Orange. Here comes the orange rocket. But first, we need to count down. And when you count down, oh, I can't make it do that. I'm going to have to hold it like that. Sorry, Bertie. You count down from 10 and go down to lift off. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Here comes the orange rocket, the orange rocket, the orange rocket. Here comes the orange rocket, it's going up to the moon. Zoom! Should we do it again? Another colour. This one's quite an interesting colour. It's got a pattern on it. Can you tell what pattern it is? That's right. It's got stars on there, and some of the stars are white and some of the stars are just an outline. Oh, but the colour is a bluey purple, but I think we're going to go with purple. Are you ready? We're going to count down again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. blast off! Here comes the purple rocket, the purple rocket, the purple rocket. Here comes the purple rocket, it's going up to the moon. Zoom! Maybe you could sing that song and you could be a rocket. Find something with your colour, your favourite thing on it, and you could zoom off to the moon, or you could zoom to Mars, or anywhere you want to. But now, I think it's time for a story. And I told you, Bertie's brought a ball over, so if he starts barking, can I say sorry to you now? I told you it's a brand new book that I found in the middle of my big pile of books that I brought home from preschool. But it's a great one. Hasn't got lots of words, but it's got lots of creatures. Are you ready? It's called Rhino's Great Big Itch. Oh, look at this. We've got exclamation mark again, haven't we? Rhino's Great Big Itch. So if you see words that are all in big capital letters like that, that means it's a big word. And then we've got our exclamation mark, which means we've got to be really excited or loud or just big about it. So it's Rhino's Great Big Itch. Are you ready? Bertie is now throwing the ball at me on the floor, so he will start barking. Now, can you work out who the rhino is? Which one's the rhino? Is it this one? No, Michelle, it's this one. Here he is. And he's got a big itch. I wonder where the itch could be. Let's open the first page and find out. Any words on there? Can you see any words? No, just a beautiful purple picture. Isn't that lovely? And the silhouettes of the rhino and a little thing flying over here. Is that an insect or is that a bird? I don't know. Let's read. It's so new I can hardly open the pages. They're very stuck together. Oh, it's the rhino's bottom. Oh dear. Honestly. Oh, here he is. He's a very big rhino, isn't he? Now, Rhino had an itch. A great big terrible itch right in his ear. Oh, look, he's got such a tiny little ear, but it's very, very itchy. Ooh, I don't like it when you get an itch and they won't go away. Oh, it's not good, is it? Oh, look, Rhino's trying to sort it out himself. He twisted, he turned, he wriggled, he rolled, but the itch just wouldn't go. I've worked something out. Do you remember that silhouette we saw? And I wasn't sure if it was a bird or an insect. I think it's the bird because it looks very similar. A tiny little bird. Oh, poor Rhino though. Terrible, terrible itch. Oh! All you need is a little help, said Bird. Oh, what a very, very smiley bird that is. He's so tiny, the rhino's had to put his head right down between his knees. You're right, said Rhino. Just needs a bit of help, doesn't he? Because his arms aren't able to scratch, are they? I wonder who the rhino's going to ask to help him. So off he went to find someone to scratch his ear. Oh, he could have asked the bird. Oh, never mind. Where's he going? Let's find out. Oh, who's that on his nose? My goodness me, he looks like he's got some long legs. Can you scratch my itch, Frog? Rhino asked. But Frog was too slimy. He's obviously trying to get up and sliming down his nose. Ugh, not nice. Oh, Monkey was too silly. Oh dear. Oh, Monkey was too silly. He couldn't use a twig to scratch, could he? Oh, I hope not. It might hurt poor Rhino. Lizard was too prickly. Look at that lizard. It's a ginormously huge lizard. It's as long as a rhinoceros. And they're jolly big, aren't they? My goodness, but look at all the prickles. You're right. He's very prickly all along his back. I would have thought that would have itched something very nicely, thank you very much. But obviously not in a tiny little ear. Let's try the next one. Oh, do you think Rhino has made a good choice to ask this creature. No, you don't, do you, Bertie? He doesn't want to ask this one. It's a lion. Well, Rhino didn't even bother to ask the lion. Look, he's hiding from him. I wouldn't have thought a rhino would mind asking a lion, but got that wrong, haven't I? It was no good. The itch was still there. I need a little help, Rhino sighed. Oh dear, poor Rhino. But look, on the end of this very round and slender tree is the bird. I can help, said a little voice. I can help. That is a tiny voice, isn't it? He's got a very big voice. And she's got a tiny little voice. I can help. Oh, I like that. How can you help, bird? Asked Rhino. I know, Bertie. How can he help? Oh, my itch is big and you are far too tiny. I may be small, said Bird, but I'm just right for you. How is the bird just right, do you think? Bertie, how do you think the bird's just right? Do you know how the bird's just right? How could the bird help Rhino? Oh, so with a hop and a skip and a peck. Look, that's how he's just right. His tiny little beak is able to scratch the tiny little itch in his tiny little ear. Wow, the itch was... You're right, it's gone. Can you see what was causing the itch? What is it? It's a little bug. Oh, and there's a big smile on Rhino. So that shows you don't need to have big things to help you. Sometimes they're right in front of you. The person who can help you is right in front of you. You just need to ask them rather than go hunting for something different. Are there any more words? No, just another happy silhouette this time. Look at that. Maybe you could ask your grown-ups what the word silhouette means. It's a good word, silhouette. And maybe you could do some shadows or silhouettes, couldn't you? We've got some sunshine, that always helps having sunshine. Or you could use torches. Ask your grown-ups or your brothers and sisters to see if they can help you. Are there any more words? No, which means it must be the end. And Bertie's just about managed to hold his excitement in because he wants to play with his ball. So let's sing the goodbye song and then we can all go and see if we can find some shadows or silhouettes. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye to all our friends. Singing aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye, yee-haw! Singing aye, aye.